Hi, welcome to In the Circle with Suzanne. Welcome to the show. I am so glad you're here. It is February, can you imagine? And we're so excited. 2026 is already shaping up to be a wonderful year. We have so many great events and projects coming up. We have the Afro Carib Festival at the end of February. We just launched the We All Have a Little in Common campaign for Big Brothers Big Sisters. We're working on a whole bunch of amazing projects, but none of them more sparkly, more delicious, more exciting than the South Beach Wine and Food Festival. And we are very, very proud to be one of the agencies that represents the festival and produces the cookout. So we're going to say hi to the man who created the whole thing. Hi, Lee Schrager.
Hello, good to be here with you.
Thank you for coming.
Of course, my pleasure.
I thought you were going to forget because, you talked about this.
I never forget.
I know you don't forget anything. Okay, so we're going to start this show
Great.
the way I always start this show. So you were born, and then what happened?
Here we are today, 66 years later. It went just like that.
Just like that, right?
Yes, I really, it's amazing, that how quick time flies. When you're young, your parents tell you, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Here I am today repeating that.
Youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's not the truth. But more surprising, or as surprising, is that we're celebrating 25 years of the Food Network South Beach Wine and Food Festival. And that went just as quick.
I was like, you did that.
Yeah, just as quick.
You did that. Put your heart and soul into it.
I
It's your
did.
baby.
Yeah, I did. I'm very proud of it and proud of the, where we started and where we're at today and, where we're going to go over the next years.
Yeah. So talking about babies, because it's your baby, we're going to start when you were a baby.
Great.
Start from the beginning.
You meet people who remember everything. They remember being in the crib and they remember.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I really don't remember that.
I remember those things.
I had really loving parents, but I really don't remember. I remember very few things from my childhood.
Were you in Miami?
No. We grew up in, I was born in Queens, New York, but we were raised on Long Island in a little town called Massapequa.
Massapequa.
Yeah.
How many people in Massapequa?
I don't know. No, I maybe I should know that. I don't even know how many people are in Florida or Coral Gables, where I live. No, I'm one of three boys. I'm the middle boy. My dad was in the garment business. My mom was an artist, and I grew up in a very loving home. My mom was a great cook. And I think that's where my love of food comes from, my mom being such a great cook.
What did you had brothers? What are they?
I have an older brother who's an attorney in D.C., and I have a younger brother who's a school teacher in Broward County.
Oh, nice.
So it was really a great childhood. I don't remember anything. You hear all these stories about people who remember everything. I remember a few vacations that we went on, but we were really lower middle class. And I have to tell you, my parents both worked very hard and I worked hard.
You grew up lower middle class?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Lower middle class.
Wow.
Yeah. We grew up, I delivered newspapers in the morning. I delivered newspapers after school. I worked in a Chinese restaurant Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, bagging Chinese food.
Wow.
I've worked since I'm 9 years old. And I've always been a saver. Yes. So I did not grow up privileged. I went to school. I paid for my own education with student loans. I never received a penny from the time I left my house at 17.
Wow.
I bought my first house at 21 by myself. And, I had parents who always taught us the value of hard work.
And that you could do it.
And that we could do it. My mom and dad believed that their boys could do anything. And they allowed us to do anything, and they have, and I just really, never stopped.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting. It's very interesting because you start at such a young age, and I know you said you had a wonderful childhood, which you can have whether you're rich or poor, or you can have a terrible childhood whether you're rich or poor. So, the fact that you had this great childhood, but still were like, grinding.
Yeah, we were grinding. I mean, I listen, we never went without a meal. We had all the medical attention and dentists and braces. And
did you realize you were poor? Or not poor? Let me rephrase that.
No, my parents would be really upset to hear that I said we were poor. We were not poor. We were lower middle class. I think there's a big difference.
Okay, I take that back.
Yeah. No, it's we were certainly poor to a lot of people who I knew growing up. But no, we had everything. We went on vacation once a year. My parents went out for dinner every Saturday night. We went out for dinner as a family every Sunday night. So maybe that is not even lower middle class.
I was going to say, you sound middle class.
Yeah, it probably was middle class.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, but I certainly, there was no silver spoon. I mean, I worked.
Yeah.
I went to school. I started my own career. And, you know, my parents were incredibly proud of me, of what I built. And they were, you know, my parents often said that they probably took the wrong baby home from the hospital.
Why? Because you were so industrious?
I was so very different from my brothers.
Really?
My brothers were very into sports.
Mm.
And they were both great students. I was never a great student. I did everything that I had to, nothing more, nothing less. I graduated college in my 11th grade. I had just turned 16.
What?
So
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. You said what?
I graduated college when I was 16 years old.
You graduated college?
Excuse me, high school.
Oh,
so
like-
sorry. No, God.
Like
sorry.
they really had you working.
No, I graduated high school. I'm a Gemini, so I graduated right around my birthday. And I started college, you know, at 6. I was one of the youngest people in college.
Yeah, because you're Gemini. You're late.
Yeah, I was one of the very youngest people in my school.
Wow.
You know, I graduated from college before, you know, when I was 19.
So, okay, so where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school, finished down here in my 11th grade. That's not true. I went to 1 year of high school in Massapequa High. Then I went to 1 year at Piper High in Sunrise or Fort Lauderdale West. Piper
I think
High.
I've heard of Piper High.
Yeah, I'm sure it's still around. And then I went to Nova for my final year, which has really allowed me to excel. And, you know, I fell into my groove, and I hated these mechanic classes or wood shop that boys had to take. I hated those. I was deathly afraid of the wood shop.
You
class.
about getting chopped up.
I was always afraid I was going to cut off my fingers.
I know something.
And you know what? My mom went to the principal and said, you know, her son doesn't want to be in wood shop.
Oh, wow.
And he wants to be in home ec. And I went to,
so what happened?
They put me in the home ec class.
I know at that time they were like, what?
Yeah, no. There were no boys in the home ec.
Whoa.
There were no boys. It was a
what did
big
your mom
deal.
think about that?
My mom thought it was great because I excelled, and the teacher that I had then, her name was Linda Darnell. She took a liking to me, and I excelled, and I, you know, did 11th and 12th grade. You know, in 1 year, I did everything. I doubled up on my credits.
Yeah.
Because of her.
Teachers love hard workers.
Well, you know, I was a hard worker. I wasn't a good student, but I was a hard worker. Yeah, I did my homework.
Yes.
I, you know, did that, and I never missed school. But I wasn't a great student. I was just always there.
The consistency
I was
as important.
Yep, and it was really that teacher who told my mom and dad about the Culinary Institute of America, which is where I went to school.
Really?
Yep, at one of the parent-teacher nights. My teacher, Linda Darnell, said to my mom and dad, you know, that I really excelled in culinary arts, and she thought that should be a path that we followed. And, you know, you're talking about, I don't know, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
People, you know,
they weren't going into those
They weren't going to the
careers.
culinary art careers.
Especially if you were bookended by these brothers that were totally different.
No, I was very, you know, I wanted a career. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't care about having a fancy degree. I just wanted to learn what I needed to know and get out and start working.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? You're driven by accomplishment.
I'm hard on myself. I keep myself, I set high standards for myself in the amount of work that I do, and, you know, how I do it and where I do it and how quickly I get it done. You know, I've always been hard on myself.
Yeah. And you know what? And me too. It's terrible because everyone thinks you're all sparkly when
exactly.
really you're inside like, So, but that, you know, that juxtaposition really has created who you are. And regardless, sometimes you can look at it and be like, oh, you know, I wish I had done. But really, it's because of that scrappiness. It's because of the fact that you doubt yourself all the time that you excel.
I don't know if doubt is the right word.
For me, it's doubt.
Right. I think for me, it's second guessing.
Isn't that also called doubt?
I don't know. I never doubted that I could do anything.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
But you would second guess your decision.
I would second guess, and maybe it is doubt. I didn't think of it as doubt because I grew up in a house where I could do anything. And my parents were proud no matter what we did. And, you know, no one was shocked. My parents weren't shocked about what I created. You know, my mom just passed away a few months ago. She got to
Oh,
see
I'm
all of it.
so
Yeah,
sorry.
my mom got to see all of it. And,
Well,
you know,
she's so
she,
excited.
yeah, she just loved it.
Does she come to all of the
No, I mean, she didn't the younger years. I
In the
mean, when I
beginning.
started the festival, I'd have to say I'm the same age as my mother was when I started the festival.
Oh, wow.
Interesting when I think
Oh,
about
wow.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it really is. Yeah, it's almost exactly the same
Exactly the
age.
same age. She
Yeah.
must have been so proud of
Yeah,
you.
my mother was great.
She must have been
She
so
loved,
proud
you
of
know,
you.
she loved what I built. She loved that I loved it. She loved that it raised money for education. She loved that I, you know, had a career in culinary arts and event planning. She was so proud of that.
Well, not only that, but she was instrumental in making sure, because she could have steered you in another direction. She
yeah.
could have been like, no home ec for you.
Yeah, but that wasn't my parents.
But she wasn't her.
No.
But she, you know,
They
that
could have done a
been
lot
your
of things.
could've, but
You know, my dad could have said, you know, you need to be a major league football player,
Exactly.
basketball, baseball, whatever it is. And I never had that.
and they let you be
Yeah,
who
they
you
they
are.
let me excel at what I did, and they were
Mhm.
always proud of it. And
Mhm.
you know, I'd have to say my parents were, you know, my biggest fans.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
they should be.
Yep.
So
They were indeed.
That's great. That's great. And so okay, so you are your mother's son and your father's son. The fact that your mother was a great cook, like what kind of stuff? Like what did she like? What was her jam?
Basic. My mother was a great basic cook. I mean, she never tried extravagant things, but she tried everything.
And they were all delicious.
They were all no, they weren't all delicious.
But
No,
she
no,
tried them.
She tried them.
Gotcha.
You know, my father was a very picky eater.
Mm-hmm.
So she raised three sons who were all somewhat picky eaters. We're all picky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people think that I have the most sophisticated palate, and you know, they know that I eat out a lot, but I am not a sophisticated eater. I'm very, very, very traditional. I love my last dinner would be fried chicken. So what can I say?
Oh my God, I just had some fried chicken before you came.
From
I
where?
was super embarrassed because I was like, Lee's gonna think I'm eating fried chicken.
Where was it from?
It was from Popeyes.
The best fried chicken.
The best fried
Yeah, they
chicken ever.
They're great. Their fried chicken sandwich is fantastic.
Oh my God,
Their
I
coleslaw
love
is
Popeyes.
great. I wrote a fried chicken cookbook. I wrote 3 cookbooks. On
I'm
fried
about
chicken.
to be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that fried.
it-
You wrote a fried chicken
cookbook. It's called Fried and True, and I traveled all across the country, and I got the best fried chicken recipes from everybody, including Popeyes.
Wow,
Yep.
you have this. Oh my God, your story
Yeah.
is your story is so storied.
Right.
So wow. So okay, so when you say basic,
Mhm.
you mean like super basic.
Yeah, I would have to think. You know, I don't like fancy long meals. I don't like a degustation menu, which is a long set menu of 12 courses or 15 courses or 19 courses. I don't like preset menus. I like to order
wow,
what I
you
want to eat.
order. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat fish. I eat shellfish, but I don't eat fish. Just never acquired a taste for it.
You're
And-
a carnivore.
Yeah, I'm a carnivore.
Hardcore carnivore.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a fist bump. Carnivore forever.
Yeah. And that said, I don't eat a lot of red meat anymore. I'm
Oh,
cautious.
you don't eat that either?
Yeah. Well, I love it.
Yes. Okay, but
I love meat.
you just don't have it.
I just, you know, if I eat out, if we eat out 5 nights a week,
Mm-hmm.
4.5, 5 nights a week, I'm having chicken 2 of the nights and pasta 2 of the other nights.
Wow,
Yeah.
got it.
Very seldom do I order red meat.
Well, you know what? Because I follow you
Yeah.
on Instagram because you're hilarious, and you have this lasagna place. What was that lasagna place you're talking about?
Lasagna place. There's a restaurant in the Coconut Grove right by our house called Cotoletta,
Mhm.
and they have one item on the menu, and it's a veal Milanese, which are the thin. It's like a veal chop pounded all the way down,
Mhm.
pan fried, and it's for 2 people.
Mhm.
And it's the most delicious item.
Yeah, I saw you.
You know, you get some appetizers, you get the entree and some side dishes, and it's great.
Well, wasn't a place called Sea Poppy?
No,
Yeah.
so Cotoletta opened up another restaurant. It's called
voila.
Cotoletta. It's called 390 C Poppy, something like that.
Mhm.
And that's a lasagna place that opened up right next door, and it's a bar, and they serve only lasagna there, one item.
Wow. Is
And
it the same lasagna or different kinds of lasagna?
No, it's one lasagna.
What?
It's one lasagna. So it's a meat lasagna. So if you're a vegetarian, I don't believe they have. That's it.
Like the soup man.
That's
No soup
just
for
like
you.
the soup Nazi, right? No, it's just the
A lasagna Nazi.
yeah, lasagna Nazi. And these are great guys, and I love lasagna.
Wow.
And I was a few weeks ago, I had been traveling, and I had my friends and I were starting a mahjong club, learning how to play mahjong. You know what that is?
I love mahjong.
Yeah, and I was hosting the first one,
Mhm.
and you know it's 6 o'clock. So when you're done, you have to serve dinner, and I just I didn't plan it ahead. And that like morning, I begged my friends who owned C Poppy and Cotoletta. Now they own San Lorenzo in North Miami, to sell me their lasagna.
Oh, wow. I'll take all your lasagna.
Yeah, no, it's delicious. It was really, really good.
Listen, that night that I saw you, I went on my DoorDash and I was like, it's too far.
It had just started.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, I follow you and I do a lot of what you say.
You know what? I ate at a great Chinese restaurant this weekend owned by a young kid who's worked in the festival for many years, and he's a student of FIU, and he was an intern. And he has a family Chinese restaurant in Fort Lauderdale.
Wow.
That I drove up to on Saturday night. I never go to Lauderdale. Never. I mean, when my mom was alive, she lived there, but that was it.
Yeah.
And we went to have Chinese food, and it was so good.
What's the name of the place?
Wans, W-A-N-S, on
right.
Federal Highway.
I will drive there today.
Worth it. Worth it.
Wans, W-A-N-S. Okay.
And I cannot tell you how many friends or how many people reached out to me and said, you know what, we live there. And we just tried it for the first time, or people saying, oh, we eat there all the time. We love it.
Yeah.
I have, my best friend, Anna Navarro, was just telling me.
Anna!
She is doing a speaking gig in Fort Lauderdale this weekend. She snowed in New York, and she's doing a speaking gig. And she said, how far is that restaurant from the hotel I'm staying
She wants to know how to jet over there.
So she's going there.
I love Anna
She's
Navarro.
the best. No one's better than her.
I love her. I was at the Kamala Harris event
of course,
a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Anna Navarro is fantastic.
Yeah, she's fantastic. You went to the talk that she did, the book talk she did.
I went to the book talk at the Art Center.
At the Art Center.
It was so
it was great. Listen, few people worked harder than Anna to get Kamala, elected, and we had been invited to her. I've spent Christmas Eve at her house with her husband, Doug Emhoff, and I've had Hanukkah dinner with them. And, we were in D.C. the night of the election. Anna was invited to, we had drinks at her residence, and then we went to the big, Hilton Hotel where the party was going to be.
Yeah, supposed to be a victory party.
Yeah, it was a really sad night.
That must have been so...
Yeah, we knew after half hour.
Listen, because you were like, he kept racking up all these points.
No,
and I'm
we
like,
knew.
Wow.
There were 3 right away that we said.
So dismal.
Yeah, I remember Anna going up to bed. She said...
She couldn't.
She said it couldn't happen.
She could not. Yeah, it was, they had gone too far.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And look at where we are now.
Well, it's everything she said.
Only been a year.
Yeah. Imagine. Only been a year. And I was just talking to Anna on the way over here, and we were talking about the midterm elections, but that's 11 months. That's 10 months from now.
Well, not only that.
Look what he did in a year.
I
listen, I know this is not a political show, but
it's not.
I will tell you that, it's frightening what has happened to our country, and it's really petrifying what's happening in Minneapolis. I just, you just want to go there and, shout at somebody.
Shout at somebody. Yeah. And poor, Tim Walz.
Oh God. Yeah.
He has to know he's being targeted.
Well, listen, he was probably the wrong choice for Kamala to begin with. I have to say it should have been Josh Shapiro, I thought. But if you read her book, she Kamala was concerned that Josh Shapiro didn't want to be the vice president, that he wanted to be the assistant president. Yeah.
But it would have been good if we had just gotten there, and then they could have fought it out.
He couldn't have won it for her either. Maybe he would have
Pennsylvania?
He would have won Pennsylvania, but that was it. That was it. Yeah, that was it. So
he definitely had bigger aspirations.
But yeah, anyway. I don't know. We kind of lost track.
Yes, we'll put that over there.
I'm not a good person to start a politics conversation with, but we were talking about Anna going to Juan's restaurant over the weekend. So if you want to see Anna, she's going Saturday.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go
6:30. She'll be there, right? It's great.
I also met her husband in New York.
Al Cardenas.
Doing something nice.
Yeah, he's great. He was the head of the Republican committee for many years.
Yes, and I was having this whole long conversation with him, and then we Googled him, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
He's very, very nice. Al's a great guy. And, they're just 2 very disappointed Republicans who have crossed over.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, no. They vote Democrat.
But they used to be Republicans.
They were Republicans. He was the head of the Republican committee.
And he switched over.
He switched over.
Whoa, that is a big deal.
Yeah. I can't say he'll never go back, but, no time soon.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'll put that over.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some food.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to talk about some food.
Right.
So, first of all, I really want to thank you. Circle of One is so proud. When we got that email, I was like, yes! We're so proud to be part of your organization. And I have to tell you, I've been doing this for a minute. I've been doing this for a long, long time. I built Jazz in the Gardens in the city of Miami Gardens. I know festivals backwards and forwards, or I thought I did until I started working for you. Literally in my entire 30-something years, I have never seen the kind of organization that South Beach Wine and Food has. The spreadsheets, the portals, here is the drop boxes, the organization, the everything. We sit on these 2-hour calls and we go through 108 events.
Whatever it is.
Like this, like this. So efficient.
I don't know how to use any of those portals or anything, but I know it's a game changer. My people do.
Game changer.
Yeah. You know what? You couldn't do the amount of events that we do over a 4-day period if you weren't as organized as we are. And I have a great team.
Yes.
Many of them who have been there 18, 20 years.
Yeah.
Have been with me almost from the beginning. Ashley and Lauren have been with me, and Zoraida had been with me, and Teddy and Allie. No, it's, I couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, really. They're your family.
They are. They are absolutely. I spend more time with them than my family.
Yeah. It's It's I am always so impressed. We're very proud to produce a cookout, and now you have paired us with Last Lap.
Oh, great! Are you're doing both events?
We produced a cook. How do you not know this? Because you have 108 events. That probably is the reason.
I knew you were doing cookout.
We're producing.
Of course, I knew you were doing Lap.
No, yes. No, we're not producing Last Lap, but we got put on Last Lap.
Right, and you're helping out.
Marketing.
I know you recommended.
Yes.
You recommended some entertainment for us and some.
Exactly.
No, I knew you were involved.
Yes. So we produce a cookout, which is so beautiful,
right.
JJ and everything, and then this Last Lap. Yeah. So I'm a Jamaican.
Yeah.
50% American from Texas and 50% Jamaican, but I was born in Jamaica.
Right.
So this cuisine for everyone else is like, it's like this discovery. Yeah. Literally, it's our every single day food.
Of course.
Like all day, every single day.
Right.
So we're like, really? You're so excited about rice and peas?
Yeah.
But it is delicious.
No, I think
flavor profile.
Yeah, I think for Last Lap we've sold almost 400 tickets already.
Yes,
yeah, it will sell out. And, of course, having Kwame there and Nina Compton, is great.
I'm so excited because I tried to go to Tatiana in New York and I couldn't get a reservation. Now I'm like, oh, he's going to be here.
Yeah, he's great. Kwame's a great guy.
Have you been to Last Lap in Miami Beach?
No, I have not been for no reason, except I live in the Gables and we just tend to stay in the Gables.
Okay, you and me are going to go.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I would
absolutely. After the festival, we'll absolutely go there. I have not been, but I've been to Tatiana many times in New York City. I live right by it, across the street.
Oh,
so very close.
You have a place in New York?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Very fancy.
Yeah, very fancy. Right.
All right, good for you.
Yeah.
Listen, clearly you worked hard for it.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Last Lap. So tell me this flavor profile that we all know, but now is elevated. It's being put in different scenarios. You have top chefs, like for instance, Tristan Epps, which I'm so impressed with Tristan.
Yeah.
And Kwame and Nina and JJ, all these people have really risen to the top. So now you have like a mass consciousness of this Afro-Caribbean cuisine. So what are your thoughts? What are your impressions? What do you think?
I'm sorry that I didn't discover that years ago. But of course, Kwame was the game changer for me.
Kwame's the game changer.
Yeah, I mean, I would not have done it if we couldn't get Kwame.
Kwame's the game changer.
His name helped us secure everyone that we secured.
Yeah, he's like a black card. He's like whipping out a black card in the world of chefs.
He's great. Kwame is lovely and charming and funny and adorable. And I would not have done it. We may have done it down the road, but we needed, when
an anchor.
We needed an anchor.
Yeah.
And Nina's great, but Kwame has that, really incredible recognition. As does Nina. And the respect of being at Lincoln Center. He's been the New York Times best New York chef for I think 3 years in a row. Yeah, which it's amazing to me.
Yeah,
I've been eating there. I've been eating at Tatiana since the year they opened.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we eat there a lot. I love it.
So you fell in love with the cuisine, like along with the rest of the world.
Very much so.
Wow.
Yeah, I love the cuisine there.
So like, okay, so like I said, for us, it's not a secret.
Right.
It's new. It's not new. But for you, like when you started to discover the flavor profile, like what were you like?
It wasn't
what happened
new to
in
me.
Your mouth?
It wasn't new to me either because I've been to Jamaica 50 times. I used to go to GoldenEye a lot.
My country.
It's there was a time in the early years of the festival that every person who worked for me was Jamaican.
What?
Every single
Is that why it's so fabulous?
It probably is.
I was going to say Jamaica's
No, we were a very small team. We were 5 people.
Yeah.
It was me, an intern of mine, Andrew Kaplan, and 3 Jamaican girls. Yeah.
Very efficient.
Yeah. Melanie Miller, Kimberly Dunkley, and Lorianne Cox.
All right.
3. Yeah.
That's so good to know.
Yeah. No. And 2 of them still work for the festival.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You have it's like 100. How many people work for the festival?
I have no idea.
It's like a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a lot.
A lot.
But year round, we only have 12 or 13
core
people.
team.
A core
Yeah,
team,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
But that grows. I mean, now hundreds of people.
Yeah.
When you add in the students, thousands of people working in the festival.
I'm on those calls.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know it. I know. Yeah.
Is there such a thing as 4 pages? Pages of Zoom.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And everyone's committed. That's the thing.
We used to do those meetings in person.
Oh.
Maybe up until COVID, we did them in person.
And then
people every other week. Then people who were out of town dialed in. And the problem is, the out of town people we couldn't hear. There was never good sound. And my team wanted to go to Zoom years ago or go to some format like that, and I didn't want it because I think when you are in person, I think it's much more effective.
Absolutely.
Of course, now we save people a lot of time. You don't have to drive to FIU every other week. But, I felt comfortable. I mean, to me, I could see people. And, when you're on a Zoom, no one's listening. I know that. When their name pops up, they're listening. Maybe then most times you hear people say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had it on mute." I'm not a big fan of Zoom for large meetings. I love Zoom.
Efficient.
It's efficient.
It's very efficient.
It's very efficient, and it gets the job done.
I always tell my team as well. I'm like, in person, there's nothing like in person. All kinds of cute little things can happen in person. We do a fist bump in person.
Yep.
Fist bump. You know what I mean? Like we could do all these things in person. It changes the dynamic. So
sure. And you talk about things. You see somebody, it reminds you to tell them something.
Exactly.
So I really miss in-person meetings. I miss it. Yeah, for the festival.
Do you like? I love people. Do you love people?
Some people. Yeah.
I love people. I miss people. I miss, the pandemic and everything. I miss the physical.
You know what? I worked every day during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
I went into work every day.
I feel like since you were 9, that's pretty consistent.
Yeah. No. I absolutely went into work every day. Wow. We were deemed an essential business because I'm in the wine and spirits business.
It's very essential.
Yeah, it was essential.
It's very
essential. No, I loved working and I loved, at that time I was working in North Miami, so the traffic was like 20 minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
like
loved
this.
it. Yep, it was so quick.
Yeah.
I am a people person, but if I like you, I like you. And if I don't like you, I have nothing to do with you.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
So great. Okay, so the flavor profile. So you've been down for Afro-Caribbean food for all these years.
Forever. Yeah. Forever. I mean,
so then what made you decide? I know it's Kwame, but what else?
I think we've been successful with the cookout. I don't know if this is year 4.
This is year 4.
Is it year 4?
It's our 3rd year, but it's
year 4 of the cookout.
Mm-hmm.
And we were missing a whole demographic.
Really true.
Yeah, I went through this whole uncomfortable period where I was called out for not being diverse enough, and I was called out by yes, and Juwan Strader. They all called me out, and I said, "Oh, God," I said, "I never thought about it." I said, I mean,
that's the whole thing. If you're never around it, why would you?
I was
think
around
about it. You don't think about it.
I was around
you
it.
You call your friends.
Listen. I had plenty of friends of color. I mean, I
just never thought about it.
I just, when I look to do something, I want the best people. I also tend to use people who I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The guy here, your neighbor.
Yeah.
People you know.
So the fact that we didn't have enough women and we didn't have enough people, Black and brown people, when it was called out, I was like, that was not intentional.
Wow. Yeah, no, I believe you.
Well, they didn't. Wow. But I said, and I made this promise to Juwan, who I have to call after this. And I said, you'll see, I'll make a change. I promise you.
And here we are.
I'm making changes.
Yeah, good. You listened, you learned.
I did learn.
Yeah, and I know you're very creative. And what did you say one time? You're like, I'm open to all ideas.
Sure.
You said, yeah.
But listen, I don't know everything. I mean, I listen to everything. I read every email that I get. I listen to every text. People complain. I listen to them. But no, I listened to Juwan Strader. I mean, I remember the day they called me. I had just moved into our New York apartment, and it was a hot day. It must have been September. And I just remember being on speakerphone and getting ripped apart. I mean, really, it was so uncomfortable for me. And I felt so embarrassed that...
Yeah. But you hadn't thought about it.
I hadn't thought about it.
And it was like right here.
No.
Well, the thing about, because I wasn't on that call. Right. I came in a couple years earlier.
Were you aware of it?
No, not until
now?
Told me.
Yeah.
Not until the whole dust stuff.
Right.
But the thing for me, not being on the side of being mad at you or anything, but in general, do you think about it? Black people have been cooking for everybody
Absolutely.
for 400 years. So let's put it this way. So let's just say we're all on like a baseball team, right? And it's like, who's the best athlete on the baseball team? If you only have a certain set of athletes, that person can never be the best until you bring in all the athletes. Okay, now go. Do you know what I mean? It's an even playing field.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Plus, you missed out on a bunch of money.
Huge, and a whole demographic of people. You know, I remember the first year that we really introduced that we were much more diverse. We had more demos, that we did much more, you know, we increased programming or had added programming. And I remember walking around the grand tasting that year, and I'm sure no one else thought of this. And I said, wow, we finally have reached the Black and brown demographic.
Yeah.
I was so happy about that.
Yeah.
I don't think most people recognized it. I did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because you see the festival all the time. Plus, when you go to another level, you can feel it, right? You're like, and you realize that whatever you thought a couple of months ago and then the work you put towards it has now resulted in these people skipping on the beach. So happy to be there.
I am very careful when we're coming up with a program. I don't think I sit there and count how many women there are, or sit here and count how many Asians there are, or Black people there are, but I'm aware of it. I mean, when I look at our talent, you know, when I look on the talent page of the website, I don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was my goal, and that was my commitment to Jawan and a whole group, you know, the Black journalists.
And Jawan is a very dear friend, and you know, they're really, really committed to the community as well. As a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur, I'm always trying to figure out where the money is. Like, how do you make money? So when you started doing the whole thing, I knew part of it was the fact that, you know, this had been brought to your attention. And it was super uncomfortable, and you evolved. But for me, as a small business owner, I was like, there's money there. Like, you've left this pile of money on the table that you could have been getting years before, but you weren't not trying to get it. You just really,
I didn't think about it.
You weren't thinking about it. And I've totally been there.
Yeah, but once I realized it, you can be sure. I mean, not only was there money there, but it was the right thing to do. I was so ashamed that I didn't do it.
It just didn't occur to you.
Yeah, people don't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you, because I've had things happen to me.
I was also very friendly with Paula Deen, but I will tell you, to this day, I don't believe she was racist. I believe that she did plenty of inappropriate things, and I don't support any of it. But I knew her, and all the people who work with Paula were Black. I mean, that
doesn't actually make you not racist, though.
No, but they were family.
Okay.
No, these were not
like people that she threw away.
Oh, no. These were not people. These were people who, you know, she had two bodyguards who were Black, who were in the house eating with them at nighttime. She had, I mean, her publicist was Black. I
couldn't believe it.
You know what? I don't believe it. I think what happened to her was horrible. I think I knew she would never redeem herself, because it went from bad to worse. You know, once she went on NBC twice. I mean, she was so misguided, but it was horrible what she did. I just don't think she was.
I mean,
and that's me, and it's not everyone. And I will tell you that 1 year after it happened, the year right after it happened, I had Paula Deen back. And I took so much flack for it. I mean, people were so angry at me. The Food Network was angry with me, but I'm like, she's been with me almost from the beginning.
Your friend.
She was my friend, and I never called her or emailed her and said, hey, you know, I love you, but I can't have you back here. I just never followed up. It was incredibly uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
Had I thought she was indeed racist, she would have been gone.
She wouldn't have come back.
I wouldn't have had her back.
You wouldn't have had her back.
No, I just don't see it. And it's not like, oh, I have Black friends. You know what? She had Black friends who were in her house eating with her at Christmas. And I don't think people have people at Christmas unless they are.
Yeah. You know what? So Michael Miller, who owns community newspapers that we're at, I used to do a podcast. This is how this whole thing started. We did a podcast called Miami View. And we were at Jackson's in Overtown, and we were all in a little booth, and it was me, Dwight Bullard, Dexter Bridgman, and Larry Spring, all the super professional guys, and we're sitting in this like little that big thing that's
I know exactly which table, yeah,
and there's like 6 of us, and we're here, and I said to Michael, oh my God, Michael, you're the only white guy, and he was like, because it didn't occur to him, because everybody's white, you know what I mean, like if in your world everybody's white, you don't realize how it feels to be the only Black person in the room.
No,
And it was the ask him at that moment is when he was like, oh, it's really,
no, it's a very
it's
strange,
the awareness.
yeah. I mean, it's so, I don't think about it. It's, I have one of my favorite friends, is a beautiful, gorgeous Black woman. Her name is Nina Cooper, and we have a house right by her in the Hamptons. Yes, we have a house in the Hamptons also.
Oh, we go listen, 25 years of working.
She's the only, I see her at every party in the Hamptons, and they're the only Black couple. Her husband's been on the Forbes list. I'm trying to think of his name, but he's very, very, very popular. And there's a whole area of the Hamptons where the wealthy Black people
Martha's
live.
Vineyard.
No, that's
Oh, that's different.
That's different. But there's a whole area that she does not live there. She happens to live in the, very ritzy area. I mean, any part of the Hamptons.
I call it Black excellent.
Well,
So the whole area of Black excellent.
a whole area, which I've been going out to the Hamptons for 40 years. I worked there originally when I graduated college. I didn't even know it existed. Very seldom in the Hamptons do you go into a restaurant on a Saturday night and see more than 3 tables of Black people.
Yeah.
Although they're there and they have the same money that we have.
Yeah.
If whatever that is. So I'm a lot more aware of it now. I have to tell you. And you
feel better now that you're more aware of it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still bothered that I wasn't aware of it originally.
I mean,
but
I think if it was purposeful, that's one thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you went out of your way not to have Black people, you went out of your way. The embarrassment is that it was right here and you didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Which is the worst thing you can say. I didn't see it. I know that I was yelled at for saying that.
Yeah,
I didn't see you guys. No, it was a real wake up call. And my team knew how bothered it was because I may be many things, but a racist is not one of them.
You're not one of them.
Yeah.
Listen, by the way, the last night of the Asian market last year, you were on the stage. There was Reverend Run.
I love that.
There was, and you were like this.
Yeah.
You were bopping like you were a hip hop artist.
yeah.
And I saw your face.
Yeah.
You were so proud. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I, like I said, as somebody who has built festivals and I know what goes into it, I know the heartbreak. When you have no money or when people don't show up and blah, 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 I know.
It's a horrible, listen, there's a million and one details. The devil's in the details. And, Rev has been a friend of mine and at our festival for years. And believe me, if he felt I was racist, he would not be here.
I know. I thought about that.
He does not get paid.
Yes.
And for him to come.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, not a penny.
Oh, wow.
Not a penny.
Like you get all of these people.
Yeah, we don't pay anybody.
Yeah. I know.
Anybody, as you know. Yeah, we barely pay the people we pay. But listen, I'm a volunteer. I don't get paid. So truthfully,
the money is for the students. I am very, the money's for the students.
The money goes to the Chaplain School of Hospitality at FIU. And, this is a project. And, if people don't want to do the festival because we're not paying, they shouldn't do the festival. There's 1,001 people who want to do the festival. And they shouldn't do it if they don't want to. I'm not offended. I don't get mad. I'm not angry. We have white friends who don't want to do the festival or blah, it doesn't matter.
No, I know. You don't want to do, yeah. I'm with you.
That's exactly how I feel.
I'm totally with you. Yeah. And people are like, oh, you must be making so much money. I'm like, I do it. One, to be at the table,
of course.
Pun intended. And because it's SOBE, and I'm a foodie. I love food. I love all kinds. I will be going to Juan's.
No, you have to.
Maybe next week I will be there. So I absolutely love food. So for me, it's a completely 100% fit.
You have to love it. We pay barely minimum, whatever it is on the, but we know that. I mean, it's we do it for a reason.
We love it.
Yeah.
Like Circle of One, we love it.
You have to love it to do it.
You have to love it. Exactly.
To sit in these calls, no one's getting rich out of it. No one.
Yep.
So you have to be passionate.
All my years at Jazz in the Gardens, I would think to myself, this money ran out like a month ago.
Right, exactly.
And I have worked so hard. They should put my logo.
Yeah.
I remember thinking they should put my logo on here as a sponsor.
Yeah.
But because you can't not do it because you have a deadline.
Of course.
You can't be like, well,
it's your job.
You have to go past.
Yep.
So yeah.
I feel the same way about South Beach. I committed to it. I'm doing it. And, I talk about cutting costs, finally, we're, about even. Our numbers caught up with us. Our sponsorship was slightly down, but we made up a lot of it.
Yeah.
So, listen, we work very hard.
Yeah.
We don't turn anything down. Anything that makes sense, we add up until the last second.
Good. I'm all about it. You guys work. I like to say my team, we work like ants. Like I want to be everywhere.
Right.
I want you to be like those ants are everywhere. That's what Sobe is.
Right.
The team is like ants.
we're a
just
machine.
everywhere.
Yeah,
You're
we're
a machine.
for sure.
So okay, so 25 years. You're proud of yourself.
I'm proud of the team and myself.
I am proud of Lee Schrager.
Well, thank you.
Repeat it to me.
Yeah, I am proud of Lee Schrager.
Very good.
Yeah.
Because you should be proud. You're an icon. You're an icon, and just what you've accomplished it's remarkable.
Thank you.
It's remarkable to have built such a prestigious festival. And like, for instance, Last Lap, the fact that this food that's always been there, like we talked about, has now been elevated. But then when South Beach Wine and Food goes, when you put your finger on it, when you shine your light on it, when you notice it, all of a sudden everybody notices
Absolutely.
it. So it really is a nod.
Yeah. I'm going to be very curious to the demographic for Last Lap. Who we're getting. Are we getting Caribbean people? Are we getting island people? Are we getting, local? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you look at the cookout, is it predominantly Black?
Yeah, the cookout's probably a solid 80% Black.
I can't tell you how happy I am.
Yeah. Yes,
We reached that demo.
yes.
Yeah, that makes me so happy.
Just the white people who come, they're like,
I'm sure.
the white people are so excited. They're like, where's the cookout?
Yeah. No,
And the food's delicious.
yeah, no, it is great.
Yeah. And this year we have Fat Joe.
I love Fat Joe. I know. I'm
know.
so happy he's
I'm
coming.
excited
He'll
about
be
it.
great.
I'm excited.
No, I'm excited about the event, and JJ is so great. And Jay, I didn't even know the name. Did you know the terminology of cookout?
Yes.
You did. So
That's
your friends
regular.
growing up, people would say, "Come to my cookout" or "Come over for a cookout."
The cookout is a thing.
No, I never heard. No.
Yes.
Did not know, but I love it.
As a matter of fact, we're like, white people, like you have to be if you're cool,
Right.
you get invited to the cookout.
Right.
And if you get invited to cookout, do not put raisins in the potato
I
salad.
hate raisins.
Like,
I wouldn't put them anywhere.
This is what happens. White people come to the cookout, they put raisins, and then you're like, see, this is why we don't invite
I don't put raisins in anything.
in anything.
Rice pudding or potato salad.
So the cookout is definitely a thing. So JJ chose the absolute right name. And do you know what Last Lap means?
Yes, I do know. It's a term. God, I knew it. I Googled it right away when he told me the name of the restaurant. This is a year and a half ago. It's a terminology. I don't remember. What is it?
Okay, so Last Lap means, we're at the party, we're hanging out, and then somebody's like, we gotta go. It's like, let's just make one last lap.
Oh, okay.
So last lap is like, we gotta go. Like after this, it's time to go. So it's your like LAST.
Right.
Last lap. It's your last lap.
Yeah. What music do we have for that? Do you know?
We have DJ GQ from.
Is that someone you recommended?
Yes.
Oh,
he's
from
on
the
Tough
station.
Gong,
Right.
he's on Sirius
Of course.
Radio
Right,
and Y100.
Yes,
he's great. He's a Chinese Jamaican.
Yeah. Oh, great. I love that.
Yeah,
a lot of Chinese Jamaicans.
Huh?
A lot of Chinese.
A lot of Chinese.
Yeah.
My dad's best friend, Dr. Chen Si, was a Chinese Jamaican.
Yeah.
And hardcore Chinese. Hardcore Jamaican.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love Jamaica.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Last Lap looks like, and the cookout always getting bigger, always getting better. I know JJ's excited. He's been texting me. He told me to tell you hi. So so everybody's excited. So.
He's great. JJ opened up in the Bahamas. He's over at Atlantis, the Paradise Island.
He's like jerk.
It's called Rice Bowl or something like that. He opened a restaurant.
He also does that Bahamas. He does a jerk event.
That's my event.
Oh, that's because you're on that board.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I created it.
Yeah.
I created.
Festival. So you have New York, Bahamas, and Miami.
Yeah, and
South Beach.
and then we're going to do a final one in Switzerland, Stade, Switzerland.
Oh, I can help it.
I know that. Everyone, all of a sudden, everyone, yeah. I don't blame you.
I feel neutral.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
So we're good. So Lee Schrager, I am so grateful, proud, honored that you came and you.
Oh, I'm happy to be here, and I'm so grateful to have met you, and so thankful for the hard work that you and your team do. It's
thank you.
I wish you had come into our lives earlier.
Well, I'm here now.
You're here.
And you're never gonna get rid of me.
And thanks for having us on. No, thanks for having me on. I loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's so close to my home, so I'm going home.
Yeah, so now I can run home and get some lasagna.
No, I'm done.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.